What's going on YouTube? It's the Paydirt Pioneer here, coming back at you with another Paydirt review. Today we're going to continue along in our 3 videos from Gold Nugget Sales. Last time we covered the Colorado Paydirt, and today we're going to be covering the second offering that we have from Mike and his site, this being the Coyote Creek, Oregon Paydirt. So, before we crack open this can of Paydirt, let's take a look at the description online and see what we're getting ourselves into.
Alrighty, and welcome back. So today we're going to be panning out our second of 3 bags from Gold Nugget Sales from Mike. This one we're going to be doing today is the Coyote Creek Paydirt. It has 1 gram of gold guaranteed, and the description reads as follows: a beautiful and unique location of Coyote Creek in southern Oregon, and a rich dirt in and itself. Before we add our guarantee of 1 gram, this is by far my new favorite Paydirt, and it was a blast to excavate and bring the Paydirt to market with a few of my friends in southern Oregon. There's a video down below that you can learn more about that. There will be naturally 1 gram of gold that he guarantees, with a variety of different sizes from number 12 mesh all the way down to flour gold, which is going to be naturally occurring in the material. So it does seem like you're going to be getting a mix of obviously the gold that he guarantees you, as well as, the natural gold that you might be able to find in the Paydirt. So excited to pan this one out. See how it differs from the Colorado gold, and then we obviously still have the white horse that will be coming out as our last video for this. Not going to run over and see, what my expected ROI would be or what I would like to see. I know that I'm already getting a gram of gold back. My ROI is probably going to be in the high 80s to low 90%, and I don't see a need in doing something like that. All right, without any further ado, let's get back to the panning station and see how much gold we recovered.
And welcome back. So as you can see, as per the usual with Gold Nugget Sales products, Mike's very thorough with his description. He has a pretty fun video showing how he got this Paydirt, and he also goes pretty in-depth with the breakdown of what to expect from this Paydirt. Obviously, you're getting the full gram of gold guaranteed. You're also getting some, unsearched Paydirt from this site, so hopefully you can get a little bit of extra gold from that as well. So let's get this cracked open, get it classified down, and we'll get started with the review. And we'll see how much gold total we get back and how much fun this Paydirt is to cover. So as per usual with Mike's Paydirt, he has these nice coffee bags, very easy to ship. He has a nice little logo on them. Again, high quality. I can't recommend him enough. I've only done one of his Paydirts. It was awesome. Great return on investment, and just an overall good bag of Paydirt. Let's get this bad boy cracked open. Very rocky material, as you can see. Actually, we might even have a little nugget up on the top from the Paydirt. Very rocky, very mineral heavy. No noticeable smell, but decent looking Paydirt. A bit gray, but you do see some red mixed in. A lot less gray than the last Paydirt we did. All right, let's get it dumped out and see what we are working with. Alrighty, and welcome back. So as you can see, I do have a new classification set up. I introduced this in my last video. Do have these just cheap little Amazon ones to kind of break it down, be a little bit more thorough with what my classification is going to look like. The first thing I want to note, man, is the smell of this. It smells so smoky. It smells like it was in a forest fire, and I mean, you can even see when I'm classifying it, there's dust coming up. But I mean, it smells, I don't know where fire got involved somewhere, but I can smell it. Our biggest classification, plus 10 mesh. We got some various different rocks. I don't see any gold on the surface. I am going to make sure to wash this off, though. There's a lot of, mud kind of balled together. This must have been wet when it was packaged at some point. It didn't dry completely thoroughly, so I want to make sure that I wash that off to get all that wash off and see if we get that. You'll see that when we are panning. The next size up for material is the rest of our bigs. So this is anything that didn't get through the kitchen strainer. Very nice, mid-size range. You might be able to see some flecks. This will also get washed off before we get to the panning to make sure that I am getting all the gold recovered from it. We have our middles next. A little bit of our material from the 10 to 20 mesh, and then the 20 to 30 mesh. So these are going to be panned together. I will pan them separately, but when you see the middles come up, that's kind of the signal that we'll be panning these out. And then last but not least, we have our smalls. That's anything below 30 mesh. That's going to have your finest gold, probably all your naturally occurring gold. Now, let's see if we got any magnetics. We will remove the magnetics, if significant, and pan that with the wash off. Decent little bit for the first time through. I'm going to pull that to the side. Got a little bit more. We'll go through one more time to see what we're looking at, and I will pan this out separately. I would say that that's enough for me to do to warrant doing it, to make sure we're recovering as much gold as possible. I'm actually going to give it one more run through. This is really funny because the first load, the Colorado load that I did, very little magnetics. I didn't even end up pulling it out because I just didn't think it was worth the time. Alright, I feel like we got a pretty good grasp there. One last time to be thorough. So a decent bit of magnetics. Let's see if we've got any in this slightly larger material. We definitely do. Magnetics are naturally heavier. Pulling them out will just make the panning process a little bit easier up front. So that's about what we're looking at for the magnetics. Nothing crazy. I'll pan this out first. I'll make sure to wash off the big material, the rocks, make sure that mud gets all cleaned out, as well as washing out the bag. That will be second, all in one group. And then we'll go from big to small, see how much gold we recover, and see what the final score is at the end of this video. Let's get to the panning. Before we continue with the video, I just wanted to ask that if you enjoy the content you're seeing, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you want to support the channel financially, feel free to join the Patreon. We have a couple of big exciting things to do as we start to grow this channel and grow this community. Now, back to the video.
Alrighty, and welcome back. So today we have on our grading scale another Gold Nugget Sales, the second of the three products we're going to be doing. It's Coyote Creek bag. As a friendly reminder, the cost I got when I got these bags was $66.95. Typical shipping you would pay $6.95. Now I did buy three bags, so my shipping was different, but I wanted to calculate it as if you're buying just a single bag. This gives you a total invested of $73.90. Grams are coming from the bag. As you can see, I got 0.067 grams, giving me a gold value of $67.37, or a return on investment of 91.162%. Now, important to note, while this gold value is changing, I'm using that standard number we took from the first bag. I want to make sure that all the value is the same value-wise. To make sure when I'm giving a final grade, it's not skewed by, gold value increasing or decreasing. This gives a return on investment score of a 9.12, SPDD score, shipping, $2 out of 2. Very easy, very quick. Happy we got here. Packaging is always pretty easy to work with. Damage, there wasn't any, so that's a 2. And then description, Mike does a great job with his descriptions, and his videos are always good, so that gets a perfect score. So SPDD score gets a 10. In terms of difficulty, this Paydirt was not difficult at all. I did take the black sands out, which probably helped a little bit, but it was very easy to paint on. I was sitting there doing it the whole time thinking, man, this is the best Paydirt I've probably ever painted out, just because it was so easy to get through. You did have a little bit of stickiness at the end, but it really wasn't difficult at all. So I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5, just because, again, it was pretty simple to get through. In terms of variety, I found really unique Paydirt here. A lot more unique than the Colorado Paydirt, that is for sure. It had this very smoky smell to it, almost like there had been some sort of fire. I think I may have saw some broken pieces of wood in there, maybe just from wherever they got the just unique. The rocks in it, nothing crazy, nothing wild, but I liked it. I would give the variety of the Paydirt and the amount of Paydirt getting at each level solid 3 out of 5. Good, not great. In terms of gold type, though, this is where this bag really takes off. And granted, this is just what Mike puts in, but I didn't find a lot of gold at that smaller level, which was a little bit disappointing. But I found a couple of nice little pickers, which I'm going to pull aside to my collection, even though they're not really worth that much because they barely weigh anything. You saw me kind of pull those first 2 pieces off early in it. Just seeing the uniqueness of them, I want to keep them pure and on the side because I like them. And then you saw gold elsewhere. You saw some really nice wire gold, some natural gold in there. I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5. I was very impressed with the different types of gold. And then in terms of value, so what I got away from the entirety of this bag, again, I liked it. It wasn't very difficult. It's a good bag to probably learn a little bit and get kind of the hang for panning. I thought it was fun to get through. Overall, the value was strong, but not great. I'll give it a 3.5. And that gives a total score of 81.46 out of 100. Not very surprisingly, this is not snake oil Paydirt, but it does actually currently take the lead as the Colorado Paydirt only netted about a 77 as their score. So this one I rank slightly higher. Again, I did get a little bit more gold, which is obviously going to skew that, but it wasn't anything significant. Again, what really took it away from me was the gold type, just the different type of gold I got in there that was mixed in and finding it all. It was a well put together Paydirt. No complaints on my end. Looking forward, the only thing we have left now is the White Horse that'll be coming out this next Saturday. I'm really excited to do that one. That's supposed to have some chunky gold, and that's something that I can always get behind. Outside of that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You're eligible for the giveaway. Links in the description below about how you can get into the giveaway. Beyond that, it's all I have for you guys today. I've been the Paydirt Pioneer. Expecting, please don't be buying no snake oil Paydirt.